In 2003, the United Nations called Grozny the most destroyed city on Earth. During the Second Chechen War, the Russian military faced a difficult urban insurgency. Their solution wasn't a surgical strike, it was a sledgehammer. By utilizing massive, unguided artillery barrages and vacuum bombs, they chose to level the city rather than fight for it block by block. The injustice of Grozny was the normalization of the scorched earth policy in the modern age. The injustice didn't end with the bombing. For those who survived the rubble, a new nightmare began: filtration camps. Any Chechen man between the ages of 15 and 60 was treated as a potential bandit. Thousands were swept up in Zakistka, clearing, operations and sent to these camps. Human rights organizations later documented systemic torture, extrajudicial executions, and the disappearance of hundreds of detainees. The filtration process was less about security and more about a collective punishment of the civilian population. The timing of the conflict created a unique global injustice. Following the September 11 attacks, the Kremlin successfully reframed the Chechen conflict as a front in the global war on terror. This branding allowed the international community, including the US and Europe, to largely look away from the human rights abuses in Grozny. The injustice was political. The suffering of an entire city was traded for geopolitical cooperation, leaving the Chechen people with no international advocate. The siege of Grozny proved that in modern warfare, the city itself can be treated as a combatant. By destroying the hospitals, the schools, and the infrastructure, the military didn't just defeat an army, they attempted to break the spirit of a culture. The rebuilt Grozny of today, filled with gleaming skyscrapers, sits atop a foundation of unresolved trauma and mass graves, a physical manifestation of an injustice that was solved through overwhelming force rather than reconciliation. Grozny stands as a warning to the 21st century. When we allow the necessity of war to justify the total destruction of a civilian population, we aren't just losing a city, we are losing our grip on the laws of war themselves.